Guerrilla Games took the industry by surprise in 2017 with Horizon Zero Dawn, something vastly different from their first-person shooter roots with the Killzone franchise. Zero Dawn earned praise for its incredible visuals, challenging and rewarding gameplay, and vast open world. Fast forward to today, and its sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, has taken the stage, takes everything I loved about Zero Dawn, and cranks up the dials. From the visuals to the gameplay to the story, Forbidden West holds its own against the top contenders this year. So let's get into why this made it onto my list. Forbidden West follows up on the mystery posed at the end of Zero Dawn, discovering what Silence is up to and why. Early on, I was confused about Silence's goals, but that confusion came to a screeching halt when all new threats arose. I was shocked to see the appearances of Angela Bassett and Carrie-Anne Moss, who delivered stellar performances.
There you are. Feeling better?
Forbidden West is unsurprisingly a step up in every way in terms of story and presentation. Watching Aloy come to terms with the fact that she can't solve these new problems on her own was frustrating, but that was the intent. And with the sheer scale of a new threat of extinction on the horizon, no pun intended, she needs all the help she can get. By the end of the story, I wanted to see what was next. One of the things I loved about Zero Dawn was its challenging and rewarding gameplay. It takes some clear cuts from the Monster Hunter series based on the sheer amount of tools at your disposal. Forbidden West continues this idea and then cranks out the dials. More weapons, armor, skill trees, traps, and new tools to mix things up. Throw in a lot of new machines to face, and I found myself with a lot of meat to chew through. I particularly enjoyed the new shield glider as it took me back to my time with Breath of the Wild, climbing and jumping off the highest structures I could find. I also love the new focus, which gives more detailed information about enemies like elemental strengths and weaknesses, quest materials, and which components drop them. Then there are Valor Surges, unique skills that give you an edge in the wild, and if you know me, it shouldn't surprise you that I had a fondness for the Infiltrator's stealth Valor Surge. All of this made me wish I had more time to fully explore the in-game world long after I finished the story. Forbidden West will go down as one of the best looking games this year, if not the generation. And this says a lot when considering the stigma behind cross-generation games. Let's not forget that there's also a PS4 version. But if you want all the bells and whistles and the eye candy, you should play on PS5 or the inevitable PC port. As mentioned earlier, the general presentation is a step forward compared to its predecessor. Fine detail is the name of the game, ranging from moss and grass to me being a little creeped out at the sight of the fine hairs on characters' faces. Dialogue exchanges between characters are fully animated compared to the solo headshots of the original. The world is at least twice as large and diverse. I did a lot of exploring throughout my adventure and I still haven't seen everything. With lush jungles, arid dust bowls, snow-capped mountains, underwater coral reefs, and beaches, Forbidden West has no shortage of environments to get lost in. And so I did. And the shield glider makes it way too easy. Even more so on PS5 where load times are near instant due to the SSD. Guerrilla knew precisely how to take advantage of this for Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is a fantastic game and a worthy sequel to Zero Dawn. It's a massive, gorgeous open world that will go down in history as one of the best looking games today. And while I certainly had a few problems with the story by the end, it left me curious about what happens next and how it all comes together. And Sony isn't done either. There's a VR game, an MMO, and an upcoming story expansion on the way. Forbidden West's sprawling epic earns its place as one of my favorite games of 2022.
Try a gentler touch. And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?